Good morning, everyone. That was weak. I know it's early. There is coffee over there if you need some caffeination. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to welcome you all here today and see so many familiar faces all involved with this project, or these two projects, in one way or another. It's sort of like a little reunion. We're going to do this again in about a year, a year and a half. So it's very exciting. It's a pleasure to welcome our board members, volunteers, donors, staff, and our dedicated construction crews who are helping to bring this vision to life. Today's groundbreaking is more than the start of a project. It's the celebration of years of commitment, collaboration, and belief in what this community can become. Special welcome today to members of our legislative delegation, Minority Leader Brad Jones and Rep. Haggerty. Rep. Jones will be retiring from his seat at the end of his term. You're coming to the new center. We're going to do the walking track together, solve all the problems. We will miss his legacy of active engagement and proactive leadership through the decades. And Rich, there's just you got some shoes to fill, my friend. And we are friends, and I know that you're there. I'd also like to acknowledge local elected leaders that are here today, including Select Board members Melissa Murphy, Karen Rose Gillis, and Chris Haley. And I know Sal will be here in a few minutes, or he might be here already, but I missed him. Their leadership, along with their colleagues, and particularly former member Mark Doxer, where's Mark? There he is. Were integral into getting to this moment. We are grateful for the project leadership of our design team from BH+A, in particular Joel Bargman and Colin Bonfield, who brought their gifts of time, vision, a lot of time, late nights, vision, and their talent to our community. Thank you to our owner's project management team, in particular Peter Collins, thank you, Mark Stafford, April Backus, and Chuck Adam, who jumped into this project 2 years ago. We also thank the team at Activitas. I see Steve Crisafulli down there, our partners on several projects, for bringing these two sites together through intricate landscape design, and particularly Steve for working on new ideas and problem solving, often in the basement of Town Hall, let me redesign this, I can redesign this as we come up with ideas. Thank you to our many board volunteers, but particularly Pat Tompkins, who's not here this morning. He's the ReCAL chair. Nancy Toomey, our vice chair, I saw, there she's back there, as well as Nancy Zimlak, who as Council on Aging chair was integral to so much of the design in the early stages. Thank you also to Reading Pickleball Players Association. Where are you folks? Raise your hands, please. Thank you. For your vision, persistence, and generosity. Special thanks to our staff goes to Jenna Wood, who has been involved from the very earliest stages, serving as our institutional memory cheerleader and guide throughout. Thanks to Sharon Angstrom, whose financial leadership and has helped us navigate debt exclusion votes, financing, and maintaining our bond rating, all while keeping an eye on the bottom line every day. Thanks to Katie Gabriello and Josh Stallone, who managed our communications, planned this event, and managed procurement throughout and forthwith. And of course, our engineering and DPW staff, our planning staff, our conservation staff, and everyone here. Each contribution is sought, valued, and critical to project success. There are also many who started this journey with us, including town managers Bob Lerlacheur, Fidel Maltez, and Matt Cronellis, as well as assistant town manager Jean Delios, who is a big part of bringing ReCAL to fruition, as well as loved ones who are no longer here. We remember their efforts and honor their contributions as well. We also want to thank our neighbors here at Burbank Arena and the Range. Our journey together on site begins today, and our cooperation and care will set a strong foundation for many years to come. What you see here today began as a modest land acquisition years ago, and through your time, your effort, and your generous support, that small beginning has grown into something truly meaningful, a shared vision now becoming a reality. The Reading Center for Active Living and this new pickleball court complex will transform this space into a vibrant hub for lifelong wellness. It will be a place where generations come together, where children, families, and older adults can all find opportunities for movement, connection, and growth. From multi-generational athletics and outdoor recreation to to moments of quiet connection with nature, this space is designed to support not just physical health, but social, emotional, and intellectual well-being as well. This will be a place where friendships are formed, skills are developed, and community is strengthened. A place where everyone, regardless of age, ability, or interest, can feel welcomed and engaged. None of this would be possible without each of you. Your dedication has turned an idea into action, and today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter. We welcome and hand over the next phase of this project to our contractors at J&J Construction and Cork Construction to take us to the finish line. Thank you for being part of this journey. Let's break ground together, and we look forward to all who will grow here. Thank you. I'd like to welcome Representative Brad Jones to the podium.
Thank you, Jane, and it's really a privilege to be here and to think that a short distance away will be the Killingsville project, and I think that highlights the commitment that Reading has to all its generations, and I think is a testament to the community. I know a lot of communities have difficulty kind of managing both, addressing the needs of all generations, and Reading has always stepped forward. And I was thinking back to Nelson Burbank and envisioning this site as the Burbank Arena and the challenges that presented at the time, and what a wonderful asset this has been to the community and how the town is expanding upon that. And I think as Jane touched upon, how this is going to be a multi-dimensional, multifaceted complex for all generations. She mentioned friendships, and I'm not sure if friendships and pickleball go together, do they? I don't know. Maybe a little bit, all right. But I was also thinking that I think when I started working on behalf of Reading as a legislative aide was about the time the Pleasant Street Center. And I remember the debates about bathrooms at the time. I'm sure there'll be no debates about bathrooms in this new building at all. It's fitting that as I maybe began my service, we were dealing with one senior center, and as I end my service, we're getting the next senior center done. So I look forward to maybe an honorary card and being able to visit. But it really is a tribute. Congratulations to the community and the taxpayers for stepping up. And again, your commitment to all generations in the town of Reading. So thank you and congratulations.
Thanks, Brad. I'd like to welcome Representative Richard Haggerty to the podium, please.
Thank you, Jane, and good morning, everyone, and congratulations. What an amazing day for Reading, and really a celebration of years and years of work by so many folks. I know that the elected officials, when you go out to the voters and you ask for more money to do anything, it's tough. It takes some courage, it takes some real planning. So I want to really thank the elected officials first, because at the end of the day, you got to have a vision. You got to have some courage when you want to do big things. So, you know, I know that there's a lot of elected officials here. I'm not going to give everybody a shout out, but at the end of the day, you know who you are, who are standing up saying this is really important for our community, this is really important for our seniors, this is really important for our young folks to have a safe place to go, to live their lives, to remain active, and also build community. And then I think most important, I want to thank the taxpayers, because you're the ones who are going to be footing the bill, the ones who are really on the front edge of building community, making sure that local government has the resources it needs to deliver the services that residents deserve and that residents expect. You know, the state delegation continues to work hard to make sure that we partner with the community. And I know, you know, alongside Representative Jones, who's, you know, a great friend, not just to Reading, but to me personally, as someone who's been a leader for so many years. You know, we've worked together over the years to try to deliver for the community. Most recently, we were able to get some money in our supplemental budget, which we hope to be able to deliver more money in the coming weeks here, to be able to get a van so that the community has a van to be able to transport our seniors, our young people from across the community to this hopefully soon newly opened center. I know that things will come in on time, on budget. I spoke with the project manager just a second ago. He promised that. So we're excited, and but beyond that, I just want you to know that you got a partner in your state delegation, and we're really, really proud of the incredible work that everybody has done to get it to this point, and we're looking forward to all that comes next for everyone. Congratulations.
I'd like to welcome our next Select Board Chair, Melissa Murphy, to the podium, please.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate it, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak for a few minutes. I want to take a moment to recognize and thank the many boards, committees, volunteers, town staff, and residents whose hard work and dedication over the years made this day possible. I was started to list everyone out, and then I realized I was probably going to forget someone, so I just decided to go that route instead. Projects like this don't happen overnight. They are results of years of commitment, collaboration, and belief in our community. As many of you know, the Reading Center for Active Living has been more than a decade in the making. What this building will provide our 60-plus community and for residents of all ages is truly invaluable. It will offer the space needed for programming, services, social connection, and physical activity. Just as importantly, it will expand opportunities for our youth and the broader Reading community. This is more than a building, it will be a true centerpiece of our town. And alongside it, these pickleball courts represent another incredible community effort. I especially want to recognize the members of the Reading Pickleball Players Association for their leadership and generosity in helping to bring these courts to life. Like the Center for Active Living, these courts are about connection. They bring people together across generations, creating opportunities for fun, friendship, and community spirit. Together, these projects reflect the very best of Reading. People coming together to build something lasting for everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, I'd like to welcome Karen Janowski to the podium, please. She's the chair of the Council on Aging.
Thank you, Jane. Good morning to everyone. I have to agree with what everyone else has already said, but I do want to make it a little bit personal as well, because it is truly an honor to be invited to speak this morning in my role as chair of the Council on Aging. But what I have to say is how personally meaningful this day is for me. Over 3 years ago, my husband passed away on Christmas night, 2022. We had started playing pickleball with my son and daughter-in-law, the four of us, during that summer and fall, but unfortunately, my husband was gone. It was the physical activity of pickleball and the support from meeting new pickleball friends that got me through some of the most difficult times. And I'm so grateful we had the courts in Memorial Park and the advocacy from Judy and Mike Coleman. I know not everyone turns to physical activity during periods of grief or isolation and loneliness, and that is why the new ReCAL is so important. Many others greatly benefit from the numerous activities and the friendships they've developed at the Pleasant Street Center. These two projects together, ReCAL and the pickleball courts, are symbols that our community continues to be one that supports people at every stage of life, including as we age. We are so grateful that people understood that activities that interest those of us over 60 are found in a building as well as on something like pickleball courts. On behalf of the Council on Aging, we eagerly look forward to the end result, the grand opening of ReCAL with dedicated space for Reading seniors in a building designed to benefit our community. I think Mr. Nelson Bill Burbank would greatly appreciate how this area has evolved and will become a true community resource for all ages. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Richard Hand, the chair of the Recreation Committee, to the podium, please.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you all for attending today on this, too bad it's not a sunny day, but it's a great day for Reading to be here today. So on behalf of the Recreation Committee, I'd like to thank the Select Board, the Town Manager, Elder Services, the COA Committee that Karen supports, and the residents of Reading for supporting this wonderful center. But I'd also like to recognize the recreational staff, Jenna, Jim, Ed, and Sue, for their work, and everybody working together. To me, this has been the greatest part of this whole project, is everybody coming together for this. And I also think that I am confident that working together, that this place is going to become a destination for everybody to enjoy.
So thank you. On behalf of the Recreation Committee, we look forward to opening up this new center for everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Richard. I would like to invite Judy Coltman, President of the Reading Pickleball Players Association, to the podium, please.
Good morning, everyone. What a great day this is for Reading Pickleball. As president of the Reading Pickleball Players Association, I'm proud to speak on behalf of our board to thank the town staff, especially Jane, Jim, Ryan, and Jenna, for all your support and for bringing this vision to life. We're also grateful to the Select Board, the Recreation Committee, and Town Meeting for their support. A special thank you to our local pickleball community for your donations, your volunteer hours, and your energy throughout this process. This project is truly a reflection of you. We're especially excited about the co-location of these courts with the new Center for Active Living. At RPPA, we see this as a perfect pairing and look forward to the synergy between these two spaces, bringing even more people together through activity and connection. But now I'd like to recognize the person who first brought pickleball to Reading back in 2013, 2012, and that's Peter Sullivan. You just raise your hand. Peter didn't just introduce the sport, he introduced a lifestyle, one built on community, inclusion, and active living. Peter, thank you. Your impact has been incredible. Peter's pickleball spirit is carried on in Reading, but to no one more than to my husband, Mike, who embraced Peter's philosophy and his approach. Mike was known to stop playing in the middle of a game, much to the dismay of his opponents and his teammates, just to invite a newcomer to play if he saw somebody who was new to the field or even outside the fence wanting to find out what we're doing. He would stop the game and invite them to join in. And it's that spirit that makes the community so special. So soon we'll have 7 dedicated lighted pickleball courts right here in Reading. We can't wait to welcome players of all ages and all abilities to these beautiful state-of-the-art courts. Thank you, Reading, for investing in the future.
Finally, I'd like to welcome Jenna Wood, the Director of Community Services, to the podium, please.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Good morning. First and foremost, I just want to thank Jane. She's been instrumental as a leader and as a co-partner in this whole project. And I could stand up here for hours and thank every single person, but much like Melissa, I was like, ooh, Jane always tells me to keep it short. So, I'm just going to say a few things. So it's a pleasure to be here today as we celebrate the groundbreaking for the Reading Center for Active Living and the new pickleball courts. It's a very exciting milestone for this whole community. I want to extend my sincere thanks to the dedicated volunteer boards, our nonprofit partners, and the generous donors who helped spearhead this effort. Your commitment, time, and belief in these projects brought us here today. I also want to recognize and thank the amazing and dedicated staff, past and present. Your hard work behind the scenes has been vital to advancing our work. Your professionalism, persistence, and passion for serving the community do not go unnoticed. In addition, we are grateful to our architect, BH+A, and owner's project manager, Turner Townsend and Heary, for their outstanding guidance and expertise throughout this process. Your vision and leadership have helped bring the ReCAL project from concept to reality. We also look forward to working closely with J&J and Activitas in the next phase of the project. And last but certainly not least, to the entire Reading community, sorry. Thank you. By prioritizing investments in recreational and social spaces like this, you've demonstrated a clear understanding of what makes a town truly thrive. These facilities will not only promote health and wellness, but create opportunities for connection, friendship, and a stronger sense of belonging. The Center for Active Living and these new pickleball courts will serve residents of all ages for years to come, bringing people together, enriching lives, and strengthening the fabric of our town. Thank you all for being a part of this important moment. I look forward to seeing the impact that all of these spaces have for generations to come. Thank you.
So I'm told that there are some hot dogs by Jimmy Rich over there. Wave your hand, Jimmy. There he is. Because who doesn't want a hot dog at 9:30 in the morning? I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm going to try one. But we're ready to do the groundbreaking portion of our program this morning. So I'd like to invite, this is going to be informal photo ops, and I do want to thank RCTV for being here. I can't believe I didn't say that. Thought I got everybody. Thank you for being here. I also want to thank facilities. I don't know where they are, but they've done a lot to help set us up as well. So we have some very, very fancy Ace hardware shovels over here because this is taxpayer money, so I bought $29.99 shovels. And we'll reuse them for the Killam Groundbreaking. They are in Reading, black and red. So if I can first invite all of the members of the select board present and past to come up to the very fancy pile of dirt sand happening here. It's very clean, it's beautiful. And you can stand behind it with the machines behind it. And we can all kind of move this way if you want to, because we're going to work through Council on Aging. If our representatives would also like to join the select board group, that would be great.